Boom shakalaka, despite the Bitcoin price drop and recent bearish sentiment around the markets, today's video we're going to take a look at 3 likely scenarios for how Bitcoin could end this year. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video we're going to be taking a look at some very interesting charts for what's going on with Bitcoin right now and how it could end up this year. Before we get into it guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, come join us over on Twitter at @Crypto push the like button. Let's get into it. Today, Extreme Fear 22 up from yesterday 20, so not as fearful today. The overall market sideways, hovering right around the $20,000 area. Bitcoin at 19,879, Ethereum at 1436, BNB at 276, XRP 34 cents, Cardano 47 cents, Solana $32, and Dogecoin at 6 cents. And if you want to know the top coins based on artificial intelligence and machine learning, we have Flux, Tokenized Exchange, Phoenix Global, Litecoin, and Cosmos Hub. And you can check out Tokenmetrics for yourself. There's a link down in the description. Now, Bitcoin recently has actually made this not too good looking head and shoulders pattern. It is not yet complete because Bitcoin is holding right now at $20,000, and let's hope it doesn't go much lower, because if Bitcoin actually goes down to this green line here, the 280 weekly moving average, historically the lowest moving average Bitcoin has ever hit, if it does that, it will complete the head and shoulders, which is a bearish pattern that could bring Bitcoin price down to roughly $13,500 as seen right here. Now, despite all that going on, we do have very extreme capitulation. If we take a look at the total capitulation when the profit of total supply held by short-term holders is less than 3%. We can see we have very clear red area here. We have some red back here in 2019, also some red in 2015. If we take a look at it in terms of number of days, we're almost towards the longest it has ever been, back towards 2015. That was 46 days. We've already had 44 days in 2022, and right now we're not too far off from that 3% number. But this here, Seth is saying that weekly indicators go up while price remains in a bottom range. So that's say the price is coming down, weekly indicators going up. This indicates a bullish divergence. Now tomorrow, options expire. That tomorrow is today. This is why the price has been volatile this week. The list showing 1 week before OPEX will usually dump, will pump 1 week after. So potentially we could have some good price movement coming in the near future, because nothing has changed on the macro view. I mean, it's been recession for 2+ years, no difference. Although we're experiencing a sudden price drop, everything is ready to point for a trigger, as we can see here with the stock RSI. It basically, when it's bottoming, it follows its downtrend until it breaks out of the downtrend. And we saw this happen in 2015, we saw it happen in 2019, and look at this, we were right at the top of this, about ready to break out. And after it broke out each previous time, that led to a massive rally in terms of the price. Also, if we take a look at the Coral Trend Indicator, a great tool to determine the bottom for Bitcoin, from the bottom of Bitcoin to the first red dot in the indicator, it took about 60 days each time. So from the bottom to the first red dot, about 60 days. From the bottom to the first red dot, about 60 days. From maybe the bottom, again, we don't know, but first red dot, it's been 60 days. The bottom was already in at that time previously. Why would this time be different? Well, recession, bear markets, wars, all this stuff, global pandemic, quantitative tightening. I know. There's lots of answers, lots of reasons why. But we have to ask ourselves, how does the halving affect Bitcoin? Because when the halving occurs, it becomes exponentially more difficult to mine Bitcoin. The block rewards decrease by half. That makes it twice as expensive to mine Bitcoin. After the first and third halving, we saw parallel moves. Post-halving, massive bull run for 50 weeks, followed by retracement for 58 weeks. Pre-halving bull run, afterwards connecting the massive one. We're right at the beginning of the next rally. If we take a look at previous markets, so this here is 2013 to 2017. We had the bull run, retracement, and then pre-halving bull run. Well, guess what? If we line up those lines, that pre-halving bull run with the estimated fourth halving, look at where we are right now. Pretty much where the price is just going to be slowly grinding up for the next year or two until that next halving. So that brings us to the 3 possible potential scenarios for what we could see happening with Bitcoin. Focusing on the candle closes only, it only took 13 months for Bitcoin to get from the top to the bottom in both previous cycles. From there, it always went sideways until the breakout. Based on this assumption, there are 3 scenarios, and just follow along with me here. 1, The first scenario in yellow, you can see right here. In this one, the bottom's already in and PA is going sideways until it finally breakout reversal level that confirms a reversal. So we've already seen the bottom. We're just going sideways until the price eventually ticks back up in a few months. Scenario 2 in blue, you can see that right here. Now in this case, the price finally breaks June's low and Bitcoin finds a bottom around $14,000, which coincidentally is right around the area we were talking about with this head and shoulders right here. Now, both goes sideways, then gets back above June's low, and finally breaks significant level with confirmation of a reversal. That's scenario 2. Now scenario 3 in red, which would be the worst case scenario, and clearly it's not the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is Bitcoin goes to zero. But this would be the second to worst case scenario. This is the most bearish one. With a worsening macroeconomic context and or geopolitical escalations, in this scenario, June's low and $14,000 couldn't hold. Bitcoin finally finds its bottom at around $10,000. So we can see that right here. But again, if you look at all of these, guess what? The price eventually does reclaim levels that we are seeing now. So as long as your time horizon is long enough, it would appear like things are going to go well. Because even though the price continues to go down, guess what? The number of active Bitcoin addresses with non-zero balances keeps growing despite that. Adoption keeps growing. And you just have to remember, right now, we have something called recency bias, where everybody's like, ooh, this will end badly. But if we take a look at how markets operate in the real world, there's a long consolidation period, and the recency bias, this will end badly, but then there's a massive growth bubble. So we had a long consolidation from 1928 to 1954, and then massive growth, and then long consolidation from 62 until 84, and then massive growth. And guess what? We've been in a long consolidation phase, and right now we've experienced a little bit of growth, and everybody's like, this is crazy, this will end badly. But what if it doesn't? You know, who can tell what's going to happen? Because guess what? We do live in an infinite universe. And I know all you negative naysayers out there, I don't even know why you watch my channel if you're negative and pessimistic, but obviously it gives you something to keep you busy. So, that's all for today's video. If you did enjoy it, push the like button. It helps out so much. I will catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.